Alright, so here's the deal, eh? I picked up this big old industrial air compressor. 5 horsepower, 3-phase electric motor for 75 bucks. Yep, 75 bucks. I couldn't say no, even if it was a terrible idea. Now, I am out here off grid with no 3-phase power. Just me, a crusty old champion generator rated for 6500 peak watts, and a plan that's either genius or really dumb, eh? To make it work, I am throwing in a 3-phase inverter, trying to convert single-phase juice into something this beast of a motor might actually like. Will it run? Will it trip every breaker and scare the hell out of me? Or will that 75 deal come back to haunt me? Stick around, because we are about to find out if this off-grid setup can breathe life into an industrial compressor, or if I just bought myself a 300-pound paperweight. Let's fire it up, eh? Welcome to Muddy Off-Grid, eh?
Muddy Off Grid, eh? YouTube channel videos are for entertainment purposes only. If you engage in any of the activities shown in the Muddy Off Grid, eh? videos, do so at your own risk. Consult an expert before operating any tools, machinery, etc. shown in the videos.
Hello, I hope you are doing well. Today I got some time to work on this air compressor. This is a 5-horse, 3-phase electric motor. I'm going to try to run it with this. This is a phase converter, 3-phase to 1-phase, 1-phase to 3-phase. I am not sure if this is going to work, but I'm going to try my best. So what I'm trying to do here is wire these up to the compressor. And then I got my portable generator. I have to use the smaller one. This is a 5500 watts, 6500 watts peak watts. Okay, and I got this other one, but like I said before, this one, the pull cord broke. So I can't start it because the electric starter doesn't work. So I'm not sure if this small portable generator is going to run this 5-horse, 3-phase electric motor on this compressor. Okay, so let's get to it. So according to this diagram here, this is what I need. This is for 460 volts and this is for 230 volts. So I just have to make sure that my cables here match this diagram here. So according to this diagram, wire number 7 and 1 should be together. Wire 8 and 2 and 9 and 3. So in here it's 8 and 2. They have a letter behind it. It's T as in Thomas. And same with the number 2. And then over here we got number 9. Over here we got number 9 and 3. And 7 and 1 at the bottom there. So everything matches to this diagram, so that's perfect. Well, I really hope I don't cause an explosion here or burn the motor by accident, because I'm not really good at being an electrician. So we'll see what happens. Okay, this is my ground. I mean, I know that much. And then these are my 3 live cables. I really hope I can run this air compressor
with this small portable generator. Don't forget, it is an old Champion portable generator. I know that this old pressure gauge is broken because I took it off and I opened it up and some parts were broken inside. I am going to take off the old air pressure gauge and I will replace it with the new one I bought. And then I'm going to install the new one. This one goes all the way to 160 psi, and this one also goes to 160, so it hopefully works. Okay, I think I got some in there. Uh-oh. I'm gonna have to take this thing off. So I had to take them apart because I have to put this first and then screw on the gauge. Okay. This valve seems a bit too cheaply made. It has a knob to open and close this end. I am going to use the old air pressure gauge as a plug, just to make sure there is no leaks. Alright, that looks good to me. Okay, let's open up the pressure switch. To the best of my knowledge, so these two cables, black and white, they go to the generator, which is line and line. Okay, and then motor and motor. So these two are to the motor. Yeah, that makes sense. Those two, red and brown, and the ground. Okay. It looks good to me. Okay, so let's put this back in there. And let's put this back in here too. And now I have to figure out how to wire this up. Okay. Okay, so on here I have to check the manual, but I'm not sure if you can see very well in the video. These are the connectors. Okay, so U, V, and W. I'm assuming that U is number 1, V is number 2, W is number 3. So according to this chart here, or this diagram, so 7 and 1 will be number 1, and 8 and 2 number 2, and 9 and 3 will be number 3. So that will be U,
V and W. That's my guess, eh? We'll see what happens. I mark my wires now, U, V, and W. So well, back to the manual. Okay, according to the manual, PE is ground. So both of my grounds will go to that one. All right. And then RL1S and TL2. I'm assuming that two of those will be for the power coming in. Back to the manual. So according to the manual, one phase 220 coming in will be L1 and L2. So L1 and L2. I'm assuming that it doesn't matter which cable coming from the generator will be L1 and L2. I mean, they're both live wires coming in, right? So, well, we'll see. I guess we'll find out. All right, so let's cover this one more time. Okay, I got the generator going. I have the breaker off in the generator. So let's turn the breaker on and see what happens. Wish me luck, eh? Alright, good. It is not smoking yet, eh? I am assuming that this is the voltage coming in from the generator. Okay, let's give it a try. Nope, it's not working, eh? It seems to me that the generator doesn't have enough power. But there are a lot of functions according to the manual that I have to program somehow. Back to the manual. Back to the manual. Oh wow, I thought it was going to work, eh? But it did not. Okay, before I give up, I will keep on reading the manual and changing some functions values and see if it's just it needs to be programmed correctly. Alright, it is working, eh? After about an hour of trying different function values, I finally got it to work. Now let's see if the pressure switch is working and it cuts off the power. And if it does, at what air pressure it cuts off. Okay, it is almost at 40 psi. Even though it is building up the air pressure, it seems to me that it is going up very slow. I checked and the belts are turning the right way though.
Okay, so the pressure switch should be cutting off soon. I really hope it is working, eh? Right on! The pressure switch is working and it cuts off right before 120 psi. That is perfect for me, eh?
The reason that was taking so long to fill up is because this valve was open and I didn't realize that. With the noise from the generator, I couldn't hear the air coming out.
Okay, so I will leave the compressor tank full and I will come back in about 30 minutes and see how much air leaked out. Hopefully it is not too bad, eh? I drained and emptied the air tank, so let's try it again. Alright, now it is building the air pressure a lot faster than before. Fantastic, eh? I have seen a lot of compressors working before, but it never meant so much to me, eh?
The motor is not hot at all, so I guess that's a good sign that I wired everything correctly. Woohoo! Okay, I hope you like my videos. Subscribe, eh?
Thanks for watching, eh?